the beat. The beat.
Gallogly Event Center for night 2 of our weekend homestand. Tonight it's the Chadron State Eagles in from Nebraska. My name is Jake Ross alongside Matt Wagner. And Matt, coming off of 2 very big games for the Mountain Lions, the women's fell just a little bit short. How do they bounce back and start a win streak tonight?
UCCS yesterday, they did a really good job defensively against a tough Black Hills State team. And honestly, looking at Chadron State, they're not the best offensive team in the world. And UCCS, one thing they do have going for them is they have really good bigs between Jasmine Jeffcoat, Mason White, and Ellie Moore. UCCS, their offense is going to have to go through them, I have a feeling. Plus, they might have to bring traps inside against Chadron State, as I have a feeling they're going to attack more inside. Chadron will. So, honestly, that's the thing I would look for. And things are looking pretty good for UCCS tonight as far as how the tail of the tape lines up.
Absolutely. Chadron State still looking for their first road win of the season. They come into tonight 0-12 on the road away from Nebraska. So Mount Lions sure to take advantage of that tonight. Last night for Chadron, they lost to New Mexico in Las Vegas, New Mexico by a score of 76-71. Of course, last night for the Mountain Lions, they lost that thriller at home against Black Hills State 55-52. A very complete effort for UCCS, though. We'll look to see how they respond tonight. Starting lineups for you for Chadron State, it's going to be Samaya Worrell, Olivia Waffle, Jory Peters, Ashayla Powers, and Riley Abito. As well for UCCS, Alexa Dominguez, Gracie Hanneberg, Jasmine Jeffcoat, Sophie Abela, and Agar Faris. And you talked about the size of that center court position for the Mountain Lions. Getting the start down there, Jasmine Jeffcoat. We'll see how she responds tonight. Definitely a big physical body down there. And the Mountain Lions win the opening tip-off. Dominguez with it now on the far side, around to Faris. Into Jeffcoat. There she is for the first time with the ball in her hand. She's going to drive, kick back out to Dominguez. Jumper there is in and good for the first points of the game. Mountain Lions up 2-0.
Great start for UCCS and good pass by Jeffcoat inside to get it out to Dominguez. Pretty good start for UCCS really early here on the first possession.
Chadron gets their first taste of offense down on the Mountain Lions half of the court. Kick back out there, and they're going to work down deep. There's Jeffcoat again for UCCS. Good defense, pushing underneath. She's working on to Shayla Powers, but she kicks back out to Olivia Waffle. Dribble around there, and the shot doesn't even hit glass. It comes down in the hands of Alexa Dominguez, and the Mountain Lions move the other way with speed. Abela all the way through, rolls off of the rim there. We're going to get our first foul of the game. It's going to go against Chadron State, and it's going to go against Ashayla Powers. That is her first team foul for Chadron. Over to inbound, it is Sophia Bela for the Mountain Lions. Mountain Lions in their white jerseys with black and gold trim. Chadron State in their burgundy jerseys with the white and black trim. Dominguez over to Hanneborg, thought about 3, then takes it. And that one's in there. 5-0 lead for UCCS. Beautiful pass out and good patience from Gracie Hanneborg.
And Hanneborg, she's going to want to be a name you want to keep an eye on for UCCS. She's really come on ever since 2022 started.
First points of the game there for Chadron. Foul's going to go against Jasmine Jeffcoat. The basket does count, so heading to the line for the and one opportunity is going to be Ashayla Powers. That free throw from her rattles out and falls into the hands of Agar Faris. So first free throw from Chadron State is no good, and the Mountain Lions will try and set up their offense in the other end. Faris picks up her dribble, gives off to Abela, who feeds Jeffcoat. Back out to Hanneborg, thought about 3, but drives off the glass, misses, and bringing down the rebound is Samaya Worrell. Moving quickly now, Chadron gets that shot up, and that one creeps up and over the front of the rim. Olivia Waffle for 2 points. Dominguez finds Abela in the corner into Jeffcoat. She's going to dribble back out to Abela. Abela, that's a 2, and that one is in there. foot on the line for 2 points. They may check that one later, but as it stands right now, they're going to get 2. And it looks like they're going to get Gracie Hanneborg on the push-off here. Mason White will check in for substitution for either side, and she will replace Jasmine Jeffcoat.
Mason White, I mentioned her in the pregame. She's a really good rebounder for UCCS off the bench. And looking at UCCS versus Chadron State, UCCS is one of the best rebounding teams in the RMAC, and White's a huge part of that.
Absolutely. Both the men's and women's side are one of the most prolific rebounders. As a three's put up there, that one a little bit too strong for Olivia Waffle. And Forrest brings down the rebound and feeds Hanneborg, who's got some speed. Tries to get it into White, but that one's knocked out by Samantha Worrell. And Chadron will try and take it the other way, but losing the dribble, and it will return to UCCS. Substitution in for Chadron is Tatum Peterson. She will replace Riley Aono, who will take a rest for the first time. Hanneborg into the back court to Abela. Baylor across for Hanneborg, into Mason White, good feed there, nice spin around move. The shot's no good, but a foul's gonna be called. That one's gonna go against Tatum Peterson, just into the game. Her first, team second for Chadron. Mountain Lions also have 2 fouls already, one on Hanneborg and one on Jeffcoat. 2 shots for Mason White. First one is up off the front of the rim and no good.
Early on, the UCCS, one of their strengths so far this year, especially into 2022, is they have really talented bigs, as I mentioned, and their offense, it's really going to go inside out through Jeffcoat and Mason White.
Mason White misses both of her free throw opportunities. Not the strongest free throw shooter, only 39% from the charity stripe for 24 in White. Missing both of those will not help that, as Chadron looks the other way, losing her dribble there and picked up by by Gracie Hanneborg, but taken right back by Chadron. Olivia Waffle jumping in front of that one. Originally losing her dribble was Jordy Peters. Waffle feeds it in, back out. Across to Worrell. Back to Peters. Nice pass inside, and a travel's going to be called there as Agar Faris was ready for that drive. Checking in for the Mountain Lions, Bo Schaefer, Ellie Moore, and Shelby McGarry replace Gracie Hanneborg, Agar Faris, and Sophia Bela. Up with it now, the Mountain Lions set up their offense. Schaefer up top, around to McGarry. McGarry up to Moore, tries to feed White down deep, but it's too hard on the pass. It rolls out of bounds, and the Mountain Lions turn it over. Checking in for the Eagles is Olivia Pacheco. Over to inbound it is going to be Shayla Powers. A little bit of forward pressure put on here by Alexa Dominguez, but she will not put up a whole lot of resistance to Olivia Pacheco, who brings it out. Worrell in, across, Pacheco drives, tries to get around Dominguez, gets a shot up off the glass, fighting for the rebound, and it ends up with Dominguez. She'll move the other way. McGarry with it now, thinks about 3 and then drives. Pull-up jumper, and that one hits. We've talked about her pull-up jumper ability. Didn't see a whole lot of it last night, but there's it showed off early here.
Yeah, she showed it there, got her defender to bite on the pump fake, and she took advantage of that, had a nice little mid-range finish it off.
Gonna get a foul called here on Ellie Moore. The initial defense was strong, but once she jumped up, the foul's drawn. Inez Latapia, who celebrated her 19th birthday yesterday, is going to come in and replace Alexa Dominguez. First shot is up and in for Powers. Second shot up and off the back of the backboard, but rebound by Chadron. They'll get 20 fresh seconds, but Bo Schaefer takes that one away. The Mountain Lions will go the other way.
Good job on the trap, especially by Schaefer there.
Yeah, the only Eagle on that side of the court was Tatum Peterson. She was able to fight for the rebound as she does there, but nobody there to help her as 3 Mountain Lions converged on her. But Chadron gets a stop on the other end, and they'll go back to work. Pacheco, kick out. Waffle, holds, double teamed, tries to get it out, and does. Now it's Worrell. And a 3-ball for her, just a little bit too strong. Rebound goes down to Moore, and she'll pass it off to Latapia, who will bring it the other way. Holds up there. Schaefer, that's a long 2 off the back of the rim and into the hands of Samaya Worrell, and she will turn it the other way. Not a whole lot of great shooting to this point from either side as we've gone back and forth a lot. Mountain Lions, though, with a 9-point lead. Good save there. And Chadron will keep it. And that one's going to be a hit on the hand. Bo Schaefer will get charged with this one. Her first, team's 4th. Mason White will be replaced by Jasmine Jeffcoat, but we will take our first media timeout as the Mountain Lions in Chadron State are running up and down the court a lot, but not a whole lot of offense to show for it. 9-5 our score as we step away from Gallogly Event Center. Back here at Gallogly Event Center, Chadron's going to have it under their own net, trying to get it in as Worrell, and she does to Pacheco. Feed in there. Good defense, though, by the Mountain Lions. Fighting for it on the floor now. Schaefer, they're going to give it. They're fighting for it. They thought a timeout was called, but none, so the whistle is going to be talked about here. And it's going to stay with Chadron underneath. Worrell will inbound it as they're going to, they're going to send the teams back to their benches and talk about this one. The referee underneath the basket thought that Chadron had called a timeout, but none was called in reality. Our officials tonight are Nicholas Brigatti, Chad Leatham, and Jennifer Leach. Head coach of the Mountain Lions, Lynn Plett, looked over to Janet Raymer of Chadron State and asked, "Did you call a timeout?" Raymer responded no and kind of shrugged. So I think they're going to just give it back to Chadron underneath. And that is what they're going to do.
There's 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Is Chadron's getting ready to restart their possession?
Yeah, they checked with the scores table. There was no jump ball, so the possession arrow will stay. Hitting that one out of play is Shelby McGarry on the inbound pass. Sophia Bela on the bench loves it as she claps her hands at McGarry. Tries to inbound it and does this time. Chadron, 10 to shoot. Shot put up there, just a little bit soft. Rebound goes to McGarry. She's fouled. And the Mountain Lions will keep it.
And one thing about UCCS, just looking at them, basically everybody on the team rebounds. It's not just Jeff Cohen and it's not just the rest of UCCS's bigs. Everybody on their team participates in that, and that's what UCCS and really any teams, honestly, the more your guards, the more your small forwards helping to rebound again, the better it's going to be for UCCS.
Absolutely. Following their shot is a strong suit of UCCS. Is driving as Jeff Coat gets around a man, gets her own rebound, kicks out to Schaefer, long two for her, and she hits that one. 11-5 our new score. Not a whole lot of offense in the last few minutes. Breaks a 1 minute 45 scoreless streak for UCCS as Chadron's now driving quickly. Kick back out. That one goes to Dummin, who just comes into the game. Whirl has McGarry on her. Bounce pass goes over to Bailey Brooks. Feeds it underneath. Shot there, and a foul's going to be called on Ellie Moore once again. And going to the line now will be a Shayla Powers. She's been at the line several times already. Second foul on Ellie Moore. Fifth foul already on the Mountain Lions. Agar Faris is going to check in for UCCS. Mason White also checked in for UCCS, replacing Ellie Moore and Jasmine Jeffcoat. First shot bounces around and falls. They're making sure the team fouls were correct on the scoreboard. They are. So the second shot from Powers is a little bit too strong, and Agar Faris will bring that one down for UCCS. McGarry brings it across. Tries to get Mason White across. A little bit of a rushed play there. And I don't think Mason White was truly ready for that pass. So it's a turnover for UCCS. Bailey Brooks will inbound. Gets it into Samaya Worrell. McGarry will run with her down the court. Double team coming with Inez Latapia. Good switch by Bo Schaefer. And the Mountain Lions are set up defensively after a little bit of a mismatch. But Bo Schaefer tries to jump in that one, but good receiving by Bailey Brooks. Shot goes up off the glass. Rebound by Agar Faris, and White will go the other way with it. Latapia. Kick back out to McGarry. Thought about the real long three. He's going to keep it. Agar Faris now. That one goes off the foot of Powers and into the hands of her teammate, and an errant pass as she tried to get it back from Jordy Peters, and it goes out of bounds. Mount Lions will get it back.
I gotta give credit so far to UCCS's team defense so far early on. They've held Chadron State to still only 6 points, and we're at the 2:20 mark in the first quarter. That's really good help defense by them, especially Bo Schaefer.
You are absolutely correct. Mason White goes up and tries to knock it off the glass, but is fouled. That one's going to go against 42, Michaela Dummin. Inez Latapia will be replaced for Sophie Abela as Mason White will head to the line. White has already had 2 free throws. She missed them both. This one is up and no good as well. 11-6 our score. 2 minutes, 13 seconds to play in this opening quarter. Second shot from White is up and bounces out as well. So 0 for 4 from the line is Mason White. As a little bit of forward pressure put up now by UCCS. Around. Surveying is Powers. Gets it into Waffle. Back to Powers. Powers across. It ends up with Brooks. Brooks into Dahmen. She's harassed, and we're going to get 2 shots for Chadron State here. That one's going to go against Agar Faris. As coming in for the Mountain Lions is McLean Walker. First time we've seen her all weekend long. Did not see her last night against Black Hills State, but she enters the game in place of Bo Schaefer. That one is in and good for Dahmen. (11-8) our new score after those free throws. 1:46 to play. Mountain Lions and Agar Forest will inbound it under their own basket. Pitch and catch between the two guards as it's up for Abela now. Back to Forrest, into Mason White. Tried to find a cutting Gracie Hanneborg, but spinning herself now in a block shot there. And they're gonna say that before the block shot that Mason White traveled. So another turnover in the offensive end for UCCS. And Brittany McCulley will inbound for Chadron. Peters has Hanneborg on her. She drives past her, holds up at the line, then drives in. A little bit of a soft pass there, but it ends up with Waffle around the arc. A little bit of pressure put up, and it ends up with Abela as the Mountain Lions take it back. So trading turnovers here are these two teams. Abela now. Nice drive up off the glass.
Really nice shot there.
Yeah, beautiful drive there. Sophie Abela off the glass for 2 points.
And that's a nice job by Abela, really extending her right hand on the drive and on the shot just to make that shot even possible. That's honestly a really hard shot to convert, but that's a smart job by her to not get that block with that extension.
Three ball is put up by Bailey Brooks, but the Mountain Lions come down. Hanneborg's all by herself on the other side, and she gets the easy layup in. Slowing down now will be Chadron State. Only 3 seconds separate the game and shot clock.
Yeah, if I was Chadron, I'd bring this shot clock all the way down here, basically to run 5 seconds.
Peters directing traffic, has Abela on her, tries to put it off the glass, doesn't hit the rim, no reset, but grabbing the rebound and the putback is Michaela Dahmen, and she gets it in. 1 second, Abela wasn't sure how much time was left. She hits the net, but it's no good. So as we take our first quarter break here between Chadron State and UCCS, the Mountain Lions have a 5-point lead. 15-10 our score. We'll step away for just a moment as we've reached the end of the first quarter. Here we are, the start of the second quarter. Gallogly Event Center. Jake Ross and Matt Wagner bringing you the action for this one. Mountain Lions with a 5-point lead as we open the second frame. Good defense there from Jeff Code and forces the travel from Riley Aono. Mountain Lions will get the ball back for the first true opportunity now. Faris and Hanneborg play pitch and catch up to Abela. Chadron State defense wasn't set yet as the forward pressure hadn't gotten back, but Abela slows things down. McLean Walker now. She shoots 3. That one just a little bit too strong off the backboard and off the rim. goes off of Jasmine Jeffcoat and out of play, so 9:26 remaining now. We're gonna have a inbound for Chadron under their own basket.
UCCS is bringing that pressure though on the backcourt as they did that most of that first quarter.
Worrell with it now. Tries to pass it in, but it's picked off by the Mountain Lions. Dual effort between McLean Walker and Jasmine Jeffcoat. Hanneborg now the other way. Drives herself off the glass. Ends up being a really nice pass to Jasmine Jeffcoat, who grabs it and puts it back in for the Mountain Lions. 7-point lead. And Chadron will bring it the other way. With it now is Peters. We're gonna get a foul here. It's gonna go against Agar Faris. First foul of the second quarter for either side. As Tatum Peterson comes back in, she replaced Riley Aono. Alexa Dominguez also gonna check in. She'll replace Agar Faris, who's gonna take a seat with 2 fouls. Shad will get the inbound, 20 to shoot, 3 for Worrell. That one's way over in an air ball. She hit 6 threes last night against New Mexico Highlands down in Las Vegas, New Mexico. 25-point performance total for her last night, as a travel is going to be called here for Jasmine Jeffcoat. Good defense from Tatum Peterson.
Yeah, Chadron State overall, they're not the greatest three-point shooting team in the world, but Worrell, she definitely is a threat, as you mentioned, and she made that presence felt last night.
Yeah, kind of the general of the Eagles offense at that point guard position. Peterson's going to direct traffic, tripped up there, and a foul's going to be called, drawn by Olivia Waffle as she hits the floor. That one goes against Alexa Dominguez, her second team for UCCS. Jordy Peters going to inbound it now into Worrell. Has Abela on her. Abela has that one go overhead. Kick back out by Chadron though. This one to Peterson. Over Jasmine Jeffcoat, and a nice jumper there. 2 more points for Chadron as they cut the lead to just 5 for UCCS. Into Jeffcoat. She's double teamed underneath, and that one's gonna go off the knee of an Eagle and out of play, as checking back in is Olivia Pacheco for Chadron State, replacing Jordy Peters. Dominguez will inbound. Gets it into Hanneborg, 20 to shoot. Abela into Dominguez. Nice turnaround jumper there, and not quite on line, as a jump ball is going to be called here. UCCS will keep it on the possession arrow. Sophie Abela will be replaced by Shelby McGarry.
And that was a really good job there by Dominguez, following up her shot and giving the Mountain Lions a second opportunity as they had the possession arrow in their favor.
Officials are discussing something here. Doesn't seem like they've been really on the same page to this point. They'll want to make sure they get it right though, as Hanneborg will now inbound it out to McGarry. 3-ball from her, and that one's just a little bit too strong as it hits out and brought down by Peterson of Chadron. McGarry on Worrell now defensively. Worrell taking her time, will drive now. Nice pull-up shot there, but good defense from the Mountain Lions as they'll take the ball back. McGarry staying with Worrell the whole way there. Mountain Lions call out an offensive play as Hanneborg will bring it up. McGarry with it now. Dominguez up top. Into Jasmine Jeffcoat. Nice turnaround off the glass and in. Showing the power of Jasmine Jeffcoat down underneath. You talked about that earlier, Matt, and you could see it there.
Yeah, definitely could see it there, and she had really good footwork too, spinning and having a pretty easy lane to the basket afterwards.
Good drive there by Olivia Waffle. She tries to get that one to go, but it sails over the net. She was in the act of shooting, however. She'll get 2 shots. Mason White will replace Jasmine Jeffcoat. Foul goes against McLean Walker of UCCS, her first foul. Third foul of the quarter by UCCS. First shot from Waffle, rims out, no good. The Eagles have yet to commit a foul in this second quarter, as they've played very disciplined to this point. Waffle's second shot is up and in, so Jordy Peters will come in to replace Samaya Worrell. Hannah Borg to Dominguez. A little pitch and catch here in the backcourt. Dominguez will bring it across the timeline. Gives it up to McGarry. Around the perimeter, the Mountain Lions go with it. Dominguez, nice cross pass to Hannah Borg. Nice drive and pass underneath to Mason White. She's fouled. That one's gonna go against Ashayla Powers. Two more shots coming from Mason White. She's missed 4 free throws in her 2 trips to the line already. Checking in for the Eagles, Brittany McCauley. She'll replace Ashayla Powers on the floor.
And Powers is Chadron State's leading scorer, and that's a key player for the Eagles to have out this early in the game. There's 6:35 left until halftime. I want to see just how long she'll stay out, probably at least 4 minutes here or so.
Yeah, 2 fouls already for her, not even till halftime we are, as that is 2 more misses from Mason White. Waffle now, nice kick out. Peters, back into Peterson. Nice turnaround jumper there, left short. Rebound goes to Mason White, and Dominguez brings it the other direction. Moving quickly, kick out to that was McLean Walker on the far side, unable to hold that pass, as Emily Doolittle will replace McLean Walker. We haven't seen Emily Doolittle this weekend yet either, so 2 new faces on the floor here tonight that we did not see last night for UCCS. Slowing things down as Jordy Peters has McGarry on her. Pass in and tripped up once again as Olivia Waffle. That one goes against Gracie Hanneborg. Fouls on the floor, and Mountain Lions still have a foul to give. So that one will be inbounded under the basket by Chadron State. Brittany McCauley for 2, and a whistle here. Get the foul report here. There's a couple Mountain Lions underneath. It's gonna go against Mason White. That's her first personal foul, puts the Mountain Lions at 5 fouls, so the bonus now for Chadron, and that one completes the 3-point play for Brittany McCauley. Hannah Borg the other way, has Peters on her, picks up her dribble, kicks out to Doolittle, Doolittle to Dominguez. Doolittle back with it, into the corner, Hannah Borg down the baseline, puts it up off the glass, off the rim, and back down into Peterson's hands. Chadron with another defensive rebound. McCauley up to Peters, into Peterson. Kick out, 3-ball, Waffle. That one's a little bit off the mark, and Dominguez will bring it down for UCCS. Going around the perimeter with it now, the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, I was wondering if UCCS and McGarry was going to try to push the pace there, but she opts for the reset.
Hannah Borg thought about 3. Gives it in to Mason White. Jumper for her is a little bit too strong, and that one will come back down to that's Olivia Waffle with it. And Chadron will set up their offense. 4:49 to play here in the second quarter. Mountain Lions lead it by 3 points, 19-16. McCauley over to Peters, back to McCauley. Jumper for her, off the glass and in. Good bank shot. Pushing the floor now. McGarry, nice handle there. Pull up. No shot. Fouls on the floor. It's going to go against Olivia Waffle. And that's going to take us to our media timeout in the second quarter. Mountain Lions jumped out to an early lead, but that lead is now down to just a single point with 4:27 to play. Mountain Lions on top, 19-18. You're watching Mountain Lion women's basketball on UCCS Live and the RMAC Network. Fans, a reminder to join us for celebrating Division II Day on February 22nd. The day serves as an opportunity for everyone associated with Division II to celebrate the impact of athletics and our student athletes on our campus and in our community. On our social media platforms, we'll share the benefits of being a part of Division II and highlight some of our student athletes and their success stories. Be sure not to miss that one as a 2 balls put up by Agar Faris that falls in, and the and one opportunity on the way for her.
That was a really nice job by Agar Faris to stop on a dime there, get a defender to overrun her just a little bit and create the foul. She's got a pretty solid and one opportunity after that.
For the 3-point play here, and she misses the free throw. Good rebound there goes to Bailey Brooks. Had to make sure she stayed in bounds as she brought that one down right on the end line. Goes to Aono. And Doolittle tries to jump in front of that one. It's tipped, so it won't be an over and back for Chadron. No shot clock reset, though. 10 to shoot. Underneath. Good defense by UCCS. Aono fighting for it on the floor, and we're going to get a jump ball.
That's going to save with Chadron there, possession well, but notice who was on the floor there fighting for it. It's again Bo Schaefer, and I've complimented her a million times tonight, and she's done a really good job on defense in all aspects so far.
Yeah, Bo Schaefer never afraid to get down and dirty. That one goes up over Emily Doolittle. Shot put up off the rim, and good rebound there by Doolittle as she'll bring it up the floor. Holds up. Loses Brittany McCauley as she flies past. McGarry, nice cross-court pass. Bo Schaefer thinks about 3. Drives in, off the glass and in. Good shot there by Bo Schaefer. She's got 4 points. Bringing up the floor now is Brooks. Has Schaefer on her. Aono. Jeff Code and Aono, the 2 bigs on the floor, guarding each other. 3 ball put up there, and a nice shot for Jordy Peters as she gets that one to fall. Up to McGarry. Mountain Lions trying to move a little bit quicker. McGarry cross to Forrest into Jeffcoat. That's a long 2, and Jeffcoat sinks that one from the top of the lane.
And Jeffcoat, she's done a really good job and really improved on her mid-range shot this year. And they were trying to get it into her on the post at the start of the possession, but nonetheless she was sealed off. Still finishes off a nice mid-range shot, and the lead's back up to 4.
Yeah, Jasmine Jeffcoat, the grad transfer from the University of Denver, has 2 more points, goes the way of Chadron there. Usually you see her working hard underneath, which we're also accustomed to seeing her being efficient. And another long 2 from her here. That one's just a little bit soft. And the rebound goes back to Chadron. They trail by just 2 after that last flurry of baskets from them. Brooks drives in, bounce pass to Aono off the glass, and we've got ourselves a tie game with 2:05 to play. 25-25. McGarry will bring it up. Picks up her dribble, gives off to Forrest for three. A little bit too soft, and a foul is going to be underneath as Jeffcoat draws the contact from Aono. That'll be her first, team's fourth. White, Abela, Hannaborg come in for the Mountain Lions as Waffle comes in for Chadron. McCauley off. Jeffcoat, Forrest, and Schaefer off for UCCS. Referees clarifying something here. Making sure the shot clock is correct, and it is at 20 seconds. 1:55 to play before halftime here. Abela with it under the basket. Out to McGarry all by herself. Three ball, and that one's in. Splash from Shelby McGarry, her first three of the game.
That was a really effective play off the inbounds from ECCS. Really solid screen there by Mason White. Set up McGarry for the wide open three, and she converted that.
Yeah, McGarry can score from all over for UCCS. You see it there. Waffle tries to go over Mason White. Good defense, but Sophie Abela gets the foul underneath. They will count the basket, so back to a 1-point game, and McCauley will have a chance to get all three of those points back from Shelby McGarry's three ball. 90 seconds to play on the clock. Three-point play, is good. Hannaborg up to McGarry. McGarry picks up her dribble, back to Hannaborg. Back to McGarry. Little pitch and catch there. Tries to get it to White, but crosses over for Doolittle. Doolittle drives up off the glass and good.
Really nice finish there by Emily Doolittle. You were mentioning earlier that we did not see her yesterday, but so far she's done pretty well on opportunities. And there's Mason White on defense.
That was a great block by Mason White. Touched again by Chadron on its way out of bounds. So the Mountain Lions will take control with 1:03 to play here in the second quarter. 30-28 our score with 1 minute remaining. Sophie Abela. Shelby McGarry in. Nice pass there to Abela. Abela fights through contact, but it was all ball, so no foul. And slowing things down for Chadron is Megan Ross.
Good job by Hannaborg.
Yes, and a very nice pass as well. That's going to stay with Chadron State as Aono was very smart in not touching that one.
Yeah, that was a really nice pass you just mentioned by Chadron, but really good job too by Hannaborg getting back on defense there.
40 seconds to play.
Oh, White sitting there, yep.
Great defense there and jumping in front of that one, and Hannaborg goes quickly and is fouled. Foul's going to go against zero, Megan Ross. That is her first, team fifth, so both teams now in the bonus with 34 seconds left. We'll get free throws the rest of the way for any fouls on the floor or in shooting. Hannaborg heads to the line for the first time. First one is up and in for her. 3-point game now.
And if UCCS can go into this one with the lead and get a stop to end the half, that'd be huge for their momentum going in.
And Hannaborg's a good free throw shooter. You see it there as she hits both of those. McGarry working on Peters. Peters gets around McGarry. Nice pick put out by Aono. Aono gets it back. Nice turnaround jumper there, but too strong. Pulled down by Peters. And White is going to get called for a foul here. That should be 2 on White and is. So heading to the line now will be Jordy Peters. First shot is up and good. 15.7 seconds on the clock. Will start if she misses this one once someone touches the ball. That one is in though, so we're gonna get a substitution into the game. It will be Elle Ravenscroft. She'll replace Riley Aono. Hannaborg lets it bounce for a moment, moving quickly. McGarry, stretch pass up to her. Dribbles around the defense,
Good
kick out
pass
to
out.
Doolittle, and she hits the three. Beautiful play by UCCS. Just 2 seconds on the clock, has to put it up. Peters, and that one's off the rim and no good. Beautiful set play by UCCS to close out the first half on the dribble drive play, and the kick out goes to Doolittle. She makes no mistake now with 5 points, and that's the difference between our two teams here. UCCS leads at 35-30 as we're going to step away for halftime. But don't go anywhere. We've got a good one brewing at Gallogly Event Center. The second half, when we return in just about 15 minutes, it's the Chadron State Eagles trailing the UCCS Mountain Lions 35-30 when we return.
Picking the right college is key. And with one-on-one attention and hands-on experience, UCCS fuels success.
I wanted more than a degree.
So with innovative courses and affordable tuition,
UCCS fuels success.
Apply today at uccs.edu.
It only takes one. Imagine bridging the gap that keeps students from achieving their dreams. Imagine making the difference in the life of just one student, fueling his or her success and that of an entire community. It only takes one person. At UCCS, our students come from working families. They work multiple jobs. They're the first in their families. They overcome obstacles, and they want an education that will fuel their success and help them shape the world. It only takes one person willing to start a movement. UCCS students will change our collective future, but they need our help. Many fall through the cracks each year. Their focus on schoolwork suffers from financial pressures. Together, we can fuel their success through a campaign that is essential to our community, our region, and all of Colorado. One gift can fuel success. With your help, our students will step into the classroom with a breadth of opportunity at their fingertips. Experiential learning, faculty who care, growing facilities to accommodate a changing workforce, and research that can change the world. But it starts with one.
One less sacrifice made.
One less night shift.
One less year to graduation.
One more chance to focus on what's important.
One more life-changing expert to learn from.
One more amazing professional ready to join my team.
One more reason to stay and work in the Pikes Peak region.
One more graduate of the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs.
Remarkable outcomes are possible when you invest even in one person, one student, one future. You can start the movement. You can be the agent of change, shattering expectations for families, communities, companies, cities, states, generations. Collectively, each one of us can change the trajectory of the future. Your one gift, joined with others, will make a difference that lasts generations. That's when the power of one becomes the power of many. That's the power of UCCS. You can be the power of one.
The mountain lion can travel up to 370 miles. Located primarily in North America, these majestic creatures can traverse a large variety of terrain. There are, of course, some natural barriers. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
I really remember that because I was really excited and I was really scared, and it was really hard, saying goodbye to my family, and I think that was really scary for me, never leaving the state, being first generation and stuff. I didn't really know what to expect from my college experience.
The first thing that comes to mind when I think about what surprised me about living on campus is how open everyone was in the first couple of weeks to get to know other people. Me and a couple other people I'd met started playing volleyball in just an open field, and then within 20 minutes there were about 30 people in the circle all just hitting a volleyball around, and it's something that just showed me how open people were to meeting new people.
I had never had the opportunity, to ever share a room growing up and stuff, and so it just so happened that me and my roommate got along very, very well, and as well as our other suite mates.
So I'm a resident assistant in Summit Village, and that is essentially a student upperclassman who lives on the floor with the new year freshmen, sometimes upperclassmen, who kind of just guide them through their first year on campus. There are tons of different rooming options here on campus. The first one that we see most commonly is known as Summit Village, and we have privates in a suite, we have private bedrooms, private bathrooms, we have a double in a suite, we have triples in a suite, so there's tons of different options. Definitely when you are coming into college, there's so many different personality types, and so it's really important to find an area within housing that is best for you. So I personally really love having a private bedroom, private bathroom, but then I have some friends who really enjoy being able to have a more social aspect, and so they have a double bedroom with a living room. Different floors have different themes. Let's say you really are enjoying leadership. Well, we have a leadership floor. Let's say you're a criminal justice major or a nursing major. We also have floors for that. Education, once again, my favorite floor because I'm an education major. There's even non-education based ones such as Colorado Living, and they do a lot of things filtered around the community, like going out to garden with the gods and just getting an experience about what does it mean to live in Colorado Springs.
For me, when I'm not in class or not studying in the library, I'm usually hanging out with friends in their rooms, watching TV, playing video games, different stuff like that, or we're going off campus, either hiking in the bluffs behind the school or exploring Colorado Springs.
We have 2 dining halls that we're available to us to eat at, and when we go there, they have so many different varieties of food, and you really can just taper it to your diet. So I have residents who are vegan, and they have no trouble finding food on campus. I have people with gluten allergies or who are lactose intolerant, and they have the availability to go to the dining hall and eat whatever they want because they are accommodated there. But then there's people like me who literally want cookies every single meal and can get them, along with french fries and pizza and pasta. So there's just always different options every time of the day.
In the dining halls, there's different sections that are in each of them, both at the lodge and over at the Roaring Fork. And no matter what you're feeling, depending on any time of day, there's going to be options there.
I think a lot of people think on-campus living, is supposed to be super studious, super, serious, but I think it can be a lot of fun when you make it that way.
I've met some of my closest friends from just living on the same floor.
The one thing about living on campus is that chances of you getting involved in something tend to be spontaneous. They're not always structured. So you meet people that you normally wouldn't talk to or you normally wouldn't have classes with, and you'll have that opportunity just to study together, go out to eat together. So it's just kind of limitless.
I wanted more than a degree. So with innovative courses and affordable tuition, UCCS fuels success.
Apply today at uccs.edu.
My name is Jason Mitchler. I'm Director of Operations of the Event Center, and I work for Centura Health. In simple terms, the altitude chamber works by changing the percentage of oxygen in the air. So if it's a low percentage, then we are at higher altitude. If it's a higher percentage, then we are at lower altitude. We're the only retail altitude chamber in Colorado Springs, and probably there's only a few in this state. And the other thing that's unique about us is we don't require a membership. So you could come in and do one session, you could buy a month-long session, or you could buy a punch card. And so that's what makes this space unique. So what it does is that if someone's training at high altitude, some of the benefits are there's some physiological adaptations that happen. So improved endurance, improved VO2 max, improved recovery time, better oxygen to the tissues. For low altitude, the big thing is you're able to train at a higher pace. Why that matters is because it changes your neural turnover, your ability to run faster, so that when you go and you run a race, your body has ran at that faster pace for a while, and so it's just a good adaptation also. So in the chamber, there's 4 wood-weight treadmills, there's a Techno step mill, and then we also have the capability to put top-of-the-line RMAC, the stationary bikes in there. Monday and Friday, we run it at low altitude, so our sea level, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays, we run it at high altitude. For high altitude, it depends on what we're doing for that week, so either we'll run it based on what the client or the athlete altitude they'd like to run at. Usually it's an hour session. So if you want to train here, probably the best way is to go on the hibblecenter.org website, and also you can email us at centurasportsperformance.org and we can get a hold of you. And then our email and our phone number are all on the website. Is probably the best way to get scheduled here.
The mountain lion is one of the strongest members of the feline family. The average mountain lion lives 5 times a day and consumes up to 3 times its weight in protein. It shares many characteristics with its domestic counterparts, the good and the bad. UCCS. Find your inner mountain lion.
Gallogly Event Center, we get set for the second half of play here. Just a minute 30 left on our halftime clock. And Matt, a good start for UCCS especially. They're up 5 points against Chadron State, I should say, 35-30 at this point. What has kind of been the difference for you this point?
Honestly, as far as UCCS, they got off to a really strong start early, really kind of kept that going. Even when Chadron made a run, UCCS never really lost momentum completely. And one thing I really want to point out is, I pointed out multiple times in the first half, is their defense is great. And on offense, they're cycling the ball around really quickly, which is helping against that's helping against Chadron's pressure. And one possession I really want to point to is late in that first half, clock was running down. Chadron brought pressure, and McGarry was able to cycle it out really quick, find Emily Doolittle for the open 3 from the wing. That's what UCCS, they did a really good job overall at doing that, but they got to continue that. And really UCCS, they had a really good first half. Even though Chadron was able to kind of get their offense going in the second quarter, overall there's still a lot of positive things they can take away from the UCCS side of things. But Chadron, they're not going to go away at all.
Absolutely not. Samaya Worrell, who's a big part of this Chadron offense, has been quiet to this point. And for the Mountain Lions, they have 13 assists on 15 shot attempts, which is a very high percentage for them. Their high on the season is 22 assists in a game, so certainly on pace to match or beat that one as we are ready to get started for the last 20 minutes of play here. The teams back on the floor. Starting with the ball this time will be UCCS. Abela over there to inbound it for the Mountain Lions. And she'll find Gracie Hanneborg, and we are away in our second half of play from Gallogly Event Center. Hanneborg right in front of our vantage point here. Holds it, establishes her dribble, gives it up to Forrest. Good job not losing that one to the backcourt. Loses her defender for a moment and gives it back to Gracie Hanneborg. 10 to shoot, nice pass in to Jasmine Jeffcoat, and that one is in for 2 points. Great pass by Sophie Abela.
Yeah, there's a really good pass inside by Abela, as you just mentioned. Chadron, what they've done against Jeffcoat and White, and really whoever's in there as far as bigs go for UCCS, they've tried to steal off whoever's in there, but that was a really good pass up over the top because that opening is available even when Chadron does that.
And that assist by Abela will be Mount Lions 14th as Worrell shoots that one a little bit strong. Weak side rebound goes to Shayla Powers. And saving, oh, nope, that one's going to be out of play as Olivia Waffle almost saved it on the far sideline, but falling out of play. Abela gets it in the backcourt for UCCS and will bring it across center court. Has Worrell on her. Gives it up to Hanneborg. Jordy Peters guarding her is picked by Jasmine Jeffcoat, and a floater put up there. No good. Forrest with the rebound. Kick out to Abela. She will drive back out to Dominguez. She'll drive, floater for her, just off the rim and brought back down. The rebound does Shayla Powers, and Chadron will take it the other direction. 7-point lead, only 2 points since halftime goes the way of UCCS. That one's off the glass and good. The basket will count. And Waffle will head to the line for 2 shots. They're going to get Jasmine Jeffcoat her second personal foul, first team foul. Tatum Peterson checks in. 3-point play is no good for Waffle. Dominguez with it up the court. Nice pass in to Jasmine Jeffcoat. She'll dribble, drive, spin, and off the glass for 2 points. That puts her in double digits. First player on either side in the double digits is Jeffcoat with 10 points. 8:05 to play in this third quarter. Over to Worrell. Drives past Hanneborg. Floater there, no good. Rebound down to Jasmine Jeffcoat. And they're going to get Peterson here with a foul. Shelby McGarry will take the spot of Sophie Abela on the floor. And Shayla Powers will take a seat as McCauley comes back in for Chadron. McCauley leading the offense is a 3-ball there for McGarry. Is a little bit soft. Good rebound by Agar Forrest, but that one put back opportunity is blocked away by Tatum Peterson. To finish that earlier thought, McCauley's leading the offense with 8 points for Chadron off the bench. Jumper there is aired, and running into her own teammate is Tatum Peterson as she collides with McCauley under the basket, and it forces the ball out of play and a turnover. Now Mountain Lions will take it the other direction.
Pretty good start though by UCCS, and that's another good pass inside in the Forrest.
Forrest fights for the rebound but can't come up with it as Waffle will take it the other direction for Chadron State. Up for McCauley. Picks up her dribble. Gives it out. Back into Worrell. Nice bounce pass in underneath. McCauley out for Peterson. Losing her dribble for a moment is Peters. 5 to shoot. Peterson. 3-ball. And that one is in as the shot clock expires from Waffle. And going the other way now, Hanneborg drives off the glass. That one's no good. Fighting for the rebound, UCCS, but it'll end up with Peters. Moving it into McCauley. Getting a hand on the ball momentarily was Jeffcoat, but unable to knock it free. And jumping on it, there's Jasmine Jeffcoat. No jump ball, and that one's going to roll out to Gracie Hanneborg. 6:20 to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, that could have been a jump. That could have been a jump ball, but good job by Jeffcoat getting that back to Hanneborg, starting the offense.
Yeah, kind of rolled on it as she was fighting for possession. Nice turnaround jumper from Dominguez, but that one's too far. Worrell take it the other way, and Jeffcoat was able to roll it down into the corner for Hanneborg, but going the other way now is Chadron. Shot is up, no good. Fouling Worrell, though, is Gracie Hanneborg. A bunch of substitutions coming in now. It's going to be Pacheco, Brooks, and Dahmen into the game for Chadron. For UCCS, it's going to be Inez Latapia, Mason White, and Ellie Moore. First shot is up and in for Worrell. Worrell's second shot, I should say, is up and good. So Bo Schaefer will enter the game for Gracie Hanneborg. So the only player to remain on the floor before that foul is Shelby McGarry in white. Good job not traveling there by Bo Schaefer as she looked for an outlet pass. Inez Latapia into Mason White, top of the lane. Passes out to Moore. Moore drives. Tries to give it off. Turnaround shots off the mark. Rebound, though, into the corner for Latapia. Good job staying with the play. No one really there to help her, though. 15 to shoot. And they're going to call a foul on UCCS here. Oh, no, they called a timeout for a moment. They're going to get the ball back when we get back. So I believe it is a full timeout, so we will step away here from Gallogly Event Center with 5:27 to play. Mountain Lions up by just 2 points now, 39-37. Mountain Lions will maintain possession in their offensive side as they call timeout. 14 to shoot. Moore with it. Picks up her dribble. Nice cross-court pass to Inez Latapia.
Really good decision on the skip pass. The defense has got to recycle, too, with that.
Into Mason White. Nice turnaround jumper there. And as the shot clock buzzes, it falls in for 2 more points for UCCS. They push their lead back out to 4. It's McCulley. Gives it off. Dahmen around the arc. Worrell gets it in. Jumper there from McCulley's no good, but Dahmen gets the rebound, put back there. 18 to shoot as the shot clock reset. Dahmen again, that one rolls out.
Oh, that was a hold inside.
McGarry's going to get the rebound, but the whistle will keep it on that side of the floor as Latapia fouls. And that will bring us to our official media timeout, now under 5 minutes. So we will step away once again. But now the lead is 4 for UCCS, our new score with 4:46 remaining, 41-37. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Mountain Lion Women's Basketball on the RMAC Network and UCCS Live. So out of the media timeout, Chadron State will take it under their basket after the Inez Latapia foul. That was her first, team third. 20 to shoot once the ball's in, and it is to Delman. Worrell has McGarry on her defensively. Step back jumper there, no good. Rebound to Dahman. That long three put out there by Olivia Pacheco airballs it out of play, so the Mountain Lions will take control now. 4:33 left on the clock. Schaefer into the game for UCCS will bring it up the floor. Back to Latapia, moved around to Schaefer in the corner. Pass in goes to Mason White. She goes to the glass and is fouled.
Again, that's a good job by Mason White inside creating the contact, and she'll go to the free throw line, but she has struggled today, though, from there.
That is true. Foul's going to go against Olivia Pacheco. That is her second team foul. First shot for White once again misses. That is now 0 for 7 for her from the free throw line this evening. Second shot is up and misses that one as well. So 0 for 8 for Mason White. Just can't seem to get it to fall from the free throw line. Can 24 in the white and gold. But Chadron will take it the other direction. Dahman has that one poked away from her. Good defense by UCCS and ends up with Bo Schaefer. Over for Latapia. Picks up her dribble. Gives it out to Moore. Now Inez Latapia for three. That one rims out. Rebound still loose and McCauley gets it. Pacheco out to Worrell. Three ball for her, and that one hits. We talked about how she had 6 of those last night. That's just her first tonight.
Yeah, Worrell's definitely a big threat for Chadron State. And McGarry tried to get back, but just overran it. And yeah, that's going to be a foul inside on Chadron.
McCauley picks up her second foul as substitutions come in. For Chadron, it will be Powers and Waffle. For UCCS, it's going to be Forrest and Jeffcoat now onto the floor. 3:27 to play. 1 point game now, 41-44. Pull-up jumper for McGarry's good. Bread and butter.
Yeah, there's that McGarry mid-range making an appearance here.
That's how she makes her money in the middle range there as Pacheco goes all the way in, and she's going to be called for the offensive foul as once again taking contact underneath and drawing the offensive foul is Jasmine Jeffcoat. We saw that last night from her as well. Sophia Bela will come into the game for Inez Latapia. Agar Faris will inbound it. 3:10 to go here in the third. 43-40 in for UCCS, but taking it away is Worrell. Tries to pass it over to Waffle, but she's fouled. It's going to go against Bo Schaefer. That's her second, team fourth.
And I'm pretty sure that's the first time that Chadron bringing the trap up high has led UCCS to a turnover tonight, too.
Worrell will get 2 shots. Each team has 1 foul to give before the bonus, next foul by each team, I should say, puts the other team in the bonus. So we'll get free throws pretty much the rest of this quarter with 3:03 remaining. 3-point game for UCCS, 1 of 2 made by Worrell. Schaefer will bring it up. Pitch and catch with Agar Faris as Schaefer will bring it across. Driving, bounce pass underneath for Jeffcoat, and that one is in. And another assist for UCCS. That puts them at 17 for the game as they march towards that 22-game record. And that's going to be a foul on Jeffcoat. Looked like good defense for me, but she shifted her feet, says the official, to Lynn Plett of the Mountain Lions, and Jordy Peters will replace Olivia Pacheco as Shayla Powers will get 2 shots here. First one's up and good for Powers. She is 2 for 5 from the line. And she hits both of those as Ellie Moore will enter the game for Jasmine Jeffcoat, who will take a rest now, has 3 fouls to her name. Also coming in is Michaela Dahman. She'll replace Brittany McCulley for Chadron State. 2:41 on the clock. Forrest into Schaefer. They'll pitch and catch again. This time it's a stretch pass, though, to Abela. She's got some room to work with. Pulls up, gets that block shot back. McGarry thought about 3, gets it back to Abela. Pitch off there. Moore gets to the glass and lays it off the glass and in. Good job fighting through contact underneath. No foul called, though. 2:15 to play in the third. 4-point game in favor of UCCS. Peters fires it back, and that one's taken away by Agar Faris the other way for the Mountain Lions. Cross-court pass to McGarry, wide open 3 for her, and she hits it. 7-point game off the 3 ball from McGarry. That is her second 3 ball of the night. Puts her at 10 points into the double figures for UCCS. Worrell loses her dribble, and UCCS takes that one. McGarry across center court. Gives it to Forrest. And that's a 2-point, nice little run drive in by Abela, and that's going to cause a timeout to be called by Chadron State. 1:31 to play, and the Mountain Lions exploding with a little bit of offense here. With 91 seconds remaining, it's just a 30-second timeout, so we will stay right here. And Matt, where is this offense? Little run coming from all of a sudden from UCCS.
Yeah, that was a really nice job the last couple possessions. They had two transition opportunities, and they were able to take advantage of that really well. Really nice skip pass on the possession before the last one to get McGarry for the wide open 3 on the wing. That was a really nice read on that possession. In second possession, it was pretty much more of the same there. And UCCS is now up to 9. We're reaching toward the end of the quarter, and this is about the time where they could, if they can continue the momentum, really take control of this game.
McGarry up to 10 points, is 4 for 6 from the field, 2 for 4 from beyond the arc, and that's been a big sense of offense as she ties Jasmine Jeffcoat with the team lead, I should say, with 10 points. McGarry gets that one over her head and driving in. Nice job drawing contact there is a Shayla Powers. That's going to go against Sophie Abela. That is her second foul. 1:13 to go. Chadron in the bonus now will get free throws the rest of the way. Powers 4 for 7 from the free throw line, leads Chadron, make it 5 of 8. And hits that one as well. Powers a good free throw shooter on her season, coming in today 92 for 1 line for a 74% average, as that 3 ball is a little soft. Trying to get the rebound and getting fouled is Sophie Abela underneath.
And that's a really good job by Abela getting the rebound and fighting through contact too. Draws a foul, and she's gonna have 2 as UCCS is in the bonus right now.
Now both teams in the bonus with 61 seconds remaining. First shot from Abela is up and good. Abela comes into this game 23 of 42 from the line for a 55% average. That one is in and good, so a substitution will come in. It will be Jasmine Jeffcoat replacing Agar Faris, as well as Aono replacing Peterson for Chadron. Powers inbounds to Worrell. McGarry with the forward pressure for UCCS.
I'd look for Chadron to possibly try to get it inside here to force Jeffcoat to defend.
And that's exactly what they do, but the Mountain Lions force the turnover as it's bounced on the end line by Peters of Chadron State. Stretch pass there to McGarry. Good job catching that one. That was behind her. Jump ball. Nope. Jumper no good from McGarry, and that pass goes to Bo Schaefer. She drives and is called for the offensive foul.
Yeah, Bo Schaefer's done a really good job today overall, but she did kind of extend a little bit there. And she got called for the offensive foul because of it.
She did lose her footing a little bit and went to the floor. Her bench didn't like it as she was the one that ended up on the floor rather than the defender, but nonetheless, it's her third foul. 25 seconds to go. About 3 or 4 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And Jasmine Jeffcoat.
Nice job by Jeffcoat.
The turnover. McGarry the other way is fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line. 5 seconds remaining. Foul's going to go against Riley Aono. That is her second. McGarry going to the line.
You just mentioned, Jake, that Jeffcoat's got 3 fouls, and that was a really good job by her on defense, keeping her feet, and she's still on 3 fouls, doesn't get another foul there, and McGarry's going to have 2 free throws here, even though the first one's missed.
Misses the first one. She has not been to the line yet. So the Mountain Lions are going to switch up their look on the floor here as Jeffcoat and Moore go down the floor, and that one is in and good for UCCS. So some pressure going to be put forth here. That's Dahmen. Powers, and they try and get it up to Worrell, but the clock has expired. So we go to the fourth quarter here. Mountain Lions extend their lead in the third quarter to 10 off of a flurry, especially from Shelby McGarry, but that's the difference as it stands right now. So for the final 10 minutes when we come back, Mountain Lions will have that 10-point lead, but don't go anywhere. It'll be a good finish from Gallogly Event Center. You're watching Mountain Lion women's basketball on the RMAC Network and UCCS Live. Back here for the fourth quarter from Gallogly Event Center. Mountain Lions lead it by 10, 55-45. Final 10 minutes of regulation underway now. Worrell for 3. That one's a little bit short. McGarry can't quite handle the rebound, but it ends up with Jeffcoat, and McGarry will take it the other way. Nice behind-the-back dribble from her. Drives again, pulls up. Nice underhand roll, and it's off the glass and in for 2 more points. Lead now at 12 for UCCS. Worrell's going to slow things down for Chadron as she brings it up the court. Peters picks up her dribble, is harassed by Jeffcoat. Nice pass into Powers, but that one's a little bit too strong off the glass, and more rebounds.
Yeah, nice job by Jasmine Jeffcoat sliding over, really making that a tougher shot.
Nice pass in by Abela. Jeffcoat fighting, and a jump ball. UCCS will keep it on the possession arrow. 20 on the shot clock as that will be reset. 9:06 on the game clock. McGarry jumper, and that one rolls in. Next assist for UCCS will match that season high of 22 with 21 assists now off of Bo Schaefer's assist on that pull-up jumper to McGarry. 8:45 on the clock. 14-point lead for UCCS. 3 ball from Worrell. That one rattles out and it comes down to Moore. She's harassed for a moment, loses it, and good recovery again as Schaefer wasn't able to handle it. Abela over the head of Jeffcoat. She couldn't bring it down. It goes off her fingers and out of play. McCauley and White will come in. McCauley for Chadron, White for UCCS, and Peterson will also come in for Chadron.
And as we're getting kind of late into the game here, Chadron's down 14, and really look for Worrell, excuse me. You mentioned earlier that she's a really big three-point threat for Chadron, and she's going to probably get more involved in this one.
You are absolutely right. She's only 1 for 6 from the 3-point range as White strips that rebound away from Waffle, and hitting the floor is Bo Schaefer as Waffle is going to get called for that one, her second, team first. Dominguez and Hanneborg will come in for Moore and Schaefer. Abela's going to inbound it. Abela finds White, give and go back to Abela, and she draws the foul, gets the basket. It's gonna head to the line for the and one opportunity. Foul's gonna be called on Jordy Peters. That is her first, team second, with 8:01 to play here in the fourth. Abela for the 3-point play. And that one is in and good.
Really nice job by Abela. She's inbounding it right in front of us. And the moment she passed that in, she sprinted straight through the lane, and that really, her hustle really created that easy opportunity there.
Checking in for the Eagles is Bailey Brooks. We saw her in the first half. Worrell has McGarry on her, loses her dribble, but coming in to save is Brooks. Pacheco now. Back to Worrell. She has a jab step to get some space, tries to throw up the 3, but the rebound goes down to Mason White, and Hanneborg will stretch it up to Abela. Abela takes the 1 hop, will settle things down in direct traffic, gives it up to Dominguez. Dominguez in for Hanneborg. White, kick out to McGarry. Thought about shooting the 3. Jumper there, rattles out. And it's gonna come down to Chadron State, rebound to Peterson. Stretch pass to Pacheco, but good job getting back is the UCCS defense. 19 on the shot clock. Peterson in on White. Nice move underneath to lose White, but she misses the shot, gets her own rebound, and the jump ball is called underneath. Chadron will keep it on the possession arrow. Jeffcoat and Waffle will check in. White will go off and Worrell will go off. Waffle will inbound for Chadron under the basket. 19 on the shot clock. And that one's hit off the back of Jasmine Jeffcoat and picked off by McGarry. 2-on-1 the other way. McGarry pull-up jumper a little too strong. That goes off the hand of a UCCS player. I believe it was Dominguez to last touch it. So Chadron will take control. Agar Faris will replace Sophie Abela. 17-point game in favor of the Mountain Lions of UCCS. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to play in regulation time. And Chadron is going to call a timeout. We'll see. And that's going to be a full timeout. So we are going to step away from Gallogly Event Center. Mountain Lions by 17 now in the fourth quarter. 6:39 to play from Gallogly Event Center. Back here at Gallogly, Chadron will inbound in front of the scorer's table. 22 on the shot clock. Update from around the RMAC. The Mountain Lions fighting with Adams State for that last spot in the RMAC tournament with 6:29 left in the fourth quarter in Alamosa. They lead, them being Adams State, 56-51 over Westminster. So Mountain Lions do need the win right now as it stands, as Chadron double dribbles as the shot clock runs out. So it would have been a turnover either way, 6:16 left on the clock. But it's looking like the Mountain Lions are going to need this win as time rolls down in Alamosa as well. 62-45 our score here in Colorado Springs. 6 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Forrest with it into Jeffcoat, loses it for a moment, picks it up off the glass and good for 2 more points. Lead is at 19 now for UCCS.
Yeah, UCCS, I mentioned it earlier, they were on the precipice earlier of taking control of this game, and they really have so far, up 19, and pretty close to a win here as long as they don't let Chadron go on a giant run here.
We're going to get a foul called here. It's going to go against Dominguez. Or excuse me, Doolittle, not Dominguez. Peters checks in as well as a Shayla Powers for Chadron. Doolittle with her first foul of the afternoon, first team foul in the fourth quarter for UCCS. Peters thought about 3, but drives past both Dominguez and Jeffcoat for 2 points. Moving quickly now is UCCS. Doolittle across half court. Nice pass into Jeffcoat, off the glass, and 2 more points for Jeffcoat. Assisted there by Doolittle.
Good job by Jeffcoat to finish inside both times in the last couple possessions, and she's up to 16.
And that's going to be an offensive foul as Jasmine Jeffcoat once again not afraid to take contact underneath. Tatum Peterson now has 4 fouls, so she has to be extra careful. They're not going to sub her out, so playing with 4 fouls now. Hannah Borg will bring it up, has Peters on her. Fake the handoff to Dominguez, and it fooled the defense and allows Hannah Borg to go jet right down to the net for 2 more points. She's got 9, and the shot doesn't count. Dominguez is going to get called for the foul, her second. Now Peterson will be subbed out for her. Michaela Dahman comes in, as well as Samaya Worrell. Worrell will replace Waffle. Worrell with it now. Nice little dribble move there. Pacheco into Powers. Nice move on Agar Faris. Faris is going to get called for the foul, so a chance for 3 points here. It's going to go against Agar Faris. That's 3 points for her. And Faris will take a seat as Ellie Moore checks in for the Mountain Lions. Powers is 6 of 9, make that 7 of 10 from the line, shooting a even 70%. Hannah Borg gets it for UCCS. Good job not traveling. As she brings it up the floor, drives in, gives it off to Doolittle, but Doolittle can't handle it. Goes back to Hannah Borg and up for more. White switches. Gets it to Hannah Borg. Good job getting the pass off the glass and in. 4 minutes to play. Mountain Lions are up 20.
And that was a tough finish by Hannah Borg, because there's going to be a foul. Even to get control of that ball, she was kind of juggling the ball at first, but good job by her getting that under control and finishing off the layup. And it's now a 20-point game here in Gallogly, so looks like UCCS should be able to finish this one off.
Pacheco will take a seat as Waffle comes on. Doolittle will be subbed out for McGarry, and Latapia will replace Dominguez. 3:58, under the basket with it is Peters. Into Powers, good defense from Ellie Moore as she blocks that one away, but Olivia Waffle steals it right back. The basket will count out of the hands of Powers. The and one opportunity coming as Mason White is called for the foul. That is her third. Mountain Lions put Chadron in the bonus now with 5 fouls in this fourth quarter. And Powers, who's 7 for 10 on her night, has another opportunity here and hits it. 8 for 11 for her. Hanneborg brings it up the floor. McGarry gives it off. White spins around. Nice pass to a cutting Hanneborg, and she lays it off the glass and in. Pushes the lead back to 19 for UCCS. 3:27 on the clock. Peters sets up the offense. Bounce pass in to Waffle. That's an air ball left short. Fighting for it back. Good effort by Waffle, and another foul. This one's going to go against Gracie Hanneborg, called for the blocking foul. She now has 4. Mason White's going to take a seat as Jasmine Jeffcoat comes into the game. Waffle gets that one as it rolls in, puts her at 9 points. Second shot from her is up, and that one falls as well. So into the double digits, number 10 for Chadron, Olivia Waffle. Float pass in for Gracie Hanneborg's got to be careful with 4 fouls now. McGarry thought about 3, he's going to drive, jumper there, and that one rolls in once again. Shelby McGarry showing her offensive ability.
And McGarry, she's done a really good job this entire second half of really doing, she's done a really good job on the offensive end, getting to that mid-range over and over again, and she's had a really good game, and UCCS should finish this one off, and it's going to be their ball again. Yeah, good job taking that one away by Ellie Moore. McGarry now leads the Mountain Lions with 17 points as that shot's a little too hard from Inez Latapia. Fighting for it is Jeffcoat, but Chadron able to get away. Worrell going quickly, pull-up jumper from hers too strong. And Moore once again with the defensive rebound. Up to McGarry, over for Jeffcoat. It looked like a travel from Jasmine Jeffcoat. Thinks she gets away with another step there, but she has 18 as she's trading for the offensive lead from UCCS, but yet another assist for the black and gold puts them at a new season high 26. 3 ball from Worrell's too hard. Rebound goes back to Chadron and Dahlman. Into the corner now. Peters gets it into Powers. Nice move under Ellie Moore. Dahlman with the rebound, and she is going to be fouled. Fouls charged against Inez Latapia. I think in reality it was Ellie Moore, but they're going to leave it as Latapia's Latapia's foul. That's for the first time here tonight. Talia DePetrio enters the game for UCCS. Dahlman's second opportunity is good, so McLean Walker will sub back in as well for UCCS as Inez Latapia is going to sit down. That's probably the last time we'll see her tonight. 1:49 left to play here at Gallogly. DePetrio has that one poked away from her, and Worrell will take control. And that's a 3 ball. That's a little too strong off the hands of Waffle. And fouling Jasmine Jeffcoat is Waffle there. That's going to be her third, team 4th, so the Mountain Lions will get it in front of the scorers table. Yeah, the only thing really from UCCS's point of view, though, is we're in the late stage of this one, is they've been a little bit loose with the ball lately, and they definitely should clean that up here. That's going to be a turnover there. Yeah, there will be a turnover there off the inbounds.
Yeah, a little bit of a stretch pass on the inbounds. That 3-ball from Waffle's no good, and that's going to be a foul as now the Mountain Lions put into the bonus, and McLean Walker will go to the line as Waffle picks up another foul. That's her third. Emily Doolittle will now come back into the game for UCCS, and to shout her out a little bit, she's got 5 points for the Mountain Lions. Doesn't have a whole lot of playing time on the season, but when she has been put on the floor, she has had an impact, as she has tonight with 5 points. First shot from Walker is no good.
Yeah, and that's really what you want is your starter job is going to make an impact, but you're also going to have role players, and Doolittle, when she's in there, she definitely plays her role well. Here's an offensive rebound from Jeffcoat, and that's going to lead eventually to a jump ball.
Yeah, UCCS will keep it off of the jump ball. 1:21 to play here. DiPetrio will inbound. Walker's open in the corner. McGarry for 3. That one a little too strong. But McLean Walker over to get the rebound, and she's fouled again.
Walker had to make up a lot of ground there even to get to that offensive rebound, and that's really great hustle by her. And considering it's a 19-point game in the late stages here, it's really good to see if you're a UCCS fan that they're still keeping the effort up, still fighting for offensive rebounds and things like that. It's really good to see.
So Olivia Waffle, who just only 2 minutes of game time ago had just 2 fouls, picks up 3 in 2 minutes time and fouls out of this one. Coming in to replace her is Megan Ross for Chadron. McLean's second shot is in there. So the lead now 21 for UCCS with just over a minute to play at the 72nd mark. Taking that one away for a moment is Jeffcoat, and another jump ball is called here. So the possession arrow will keep it with Chadron, but getting that advantage back does UCCS as McCulley will inbound. Peters thought about 3, takes a step out and takes the 3, misses it, and Jeffcoat pulls down the rebound. And Peters, aggressive on that pass, knocks it out of bounds. DiPetrio will go to inbound. Coming into the game for Chadron is Kaden Comer. She'll replace Peters. So another game here at Gallogly where lopsided scores sees the reserve players get some time on the floor. We saw that last night on the men's side of things as UCCS just dismantled a first-place Black Hills last night.
Yeah, the UCCS men's team did a good job with that late and still keeping the pressure up. Same thing the women's team is doing right here. They're up 21, but they're still fighting for everything right now, fighting for loose balls, causing traps, and I love what they're doing here.
That's going to be a foul on UCCS. It's going to go against Doolittle. She's got to be careful. She's now got 3, only 40 seconds to play, though, so probably won't matter too much as Elle Ravenscroft is going to replace Michaela Dahman. Pacheco at the line. Pacheco hasn't had any free throws this evening, but hits that first one, giving her a point. And she now has 2 as she hits her first 2 free throw opportunities. McGarry inbounds it to McLean Walker, gets it back. Brings it across the timeline for UCCS. About 10 seconds separates the shot and game clock. Under 30 seconds on that game clock, though, now. Jeffcoat down the lane, picks up her dribble, gets it up to the glass, hits the floor, no foul called. Chadron will bring it the other way. We're under 15 seconds to play. Comer off the glass and in, 11.4 as the clock stops for the basket. McGarry will inbound for UCCS. Doolittle now. McGarry will bring it up to the give and go with Doolittle. Nice basket behind the back dribble, I should say, to get away, and that will do it from Gallogly Event Center. Good job for UCCS women as they respond after that tough one-possession loss last night to Black Hills. They come back and win this one by a score of 78-61 in the 17-point victory. Definitely has to feel good for the ladies in white and gold. So, Matt, what sticks out to you for UCCS? What kind of clicked for them to get them over the hump today?
Honestly, two things. Their defense did really well. They always kept the pressure up no matter how big the lead got, which is what you want to see out of a team always, no matter the situation. And also, on offense, it's cliche, but it's a team effort by everybody. The scores were kind of evened out. There was no really one standout. It was literally Shelby McGarry did well, Jeffco did well, Bo Schaefer did well, and there's a lot of good contributions tonight from a lot of players on UCCS. It's really good to honestly see this game out of them. Is coming into this one, it was a winnable game, and man, they definitely showed just how good they can be at times, and they showed improvement recently over the last few weeks, and they're keeping that up tonight.
Absolutely, and the Mountain Lions, you talked about how much of a team effort it was. They set a new season high for assists in a game at 26. Their previous high was 22, so congratulations to them for that. But we're going to step away here as we have the men's side of things when we return. 20 minutes on the clock here at Gallogly Event Center. When that time runs out, we will be back here with tip-off for the two men's teams of these schools. Thank you for joining us for game one of tonight's men's and women's doubleheader. Men's are up next. My name's Jake Ross alongside Matt Wagner. Thank you for joining us for game one. We'll see you in just about 20 minutes from Gallogly Event Center.